Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and this law does he hide it in sunrise and sundown. Him a go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him believe never a go wither, and whatsoever him do shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now they saw them there like a chaff, which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon the judgment, nor the sin among them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah love the way of the righteous and the way of the sin among them always and always. I will perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Joe! Kadamawe grumabe atila e Igzag beer tanaistalin abba shante 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 Kadamawe grumabe atila e. Where two and three meet in the name of the Most High Jah at the sojaja there. If Jah never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain. Same way. If Jah never watch upon your house, the watchman I go watch it in vain. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Jah shall therein abide under the shadow of the Almighty for ever and ever. Remember that the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and they be saved. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. Afflictions shall come by day, but by morning all affliction shall disappear. Let the people of the Most High God say, Jah! This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, and my name, Black Rasta. In every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot rests on the fire, there is something Sam Shaw's cooking. We've told you why this show is called the Black Pot already. In the black pot, we bring different ingredients of different tastes and color, merge everything into one, make food that is very different from all the ingredients, with more nutrition, and at the same time, a better taste from the culinary power and skills of the cook, the African cook. My brother, my sister, no matter our differences, we all must come together so that we'll be able to give ourselves a better nation, a better continent. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. We normally would not criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. It's all about our people, our continent, our land. This is the show you've been waiting for, and we are live on Pan-African TV, live on Loud Silence TV, live on our own TV, the Black Empire TV. We are also live on Ghana Web TV. Via satellite, we are heard and watched all over the world. And in the continent of Africa, we are #1 when it comes to Pan-Africanism on TV. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, and my name, Black Rasta. Follow me, let's deal with the first issue. Now, the very first issue I would like to look at today is entitled Brothel on Railway in Ghana goes into records book. I don't know which records book this is. Maybe Guinness Book of Records. Maybe Fanta Book of Records. Agogoro Book of Records. Or is it Ogogoro? Apeteshi Book of Records. My brother, my sister, this is a rail line. Somebody has gone on it to build a brothel. What is a brothel? It is a joint for prostitution. People go there for short time on the railroad. So when the train is coming, you have to do what? Quietus interruptus. Cut whatever you are in there doing and run for your dear lives. Or people do not really care. As long as they are in the mood and their libido is so high, they don't care whether a train takes them away or a bomb takes them away. After all die be die is the president of this country. Watch the headline. Anger as businessman constructs drinking spots, brothel on railway line. And read the story. Come along, let's read it. Watch this. It says the construction of the drinking spot was stopped by the new Jabin South Municipal Assembly early this year for not having a permit. However, the businessman Richard Asante, alias Little Ben, has resumed work by constructing an expanded facility believed to be a brothel facility, but says it's a chop bar. Dash it away. My brother, my sister, this is the lawlessness we have in this country. The municipal assembly says you have no permit to construct any facility here. He says, no, I will construct it. After all, this rail line is no more working. I am going to construct it. When was the last time you saw a train passing here? You are wasting the land. But people need a drinking spot. People need a brothel. Please, the economy is hard. We have no money. Fuel prices are skyrocketing. Because of the Ukrainian-Russian war, I need to build a brothel. The interesting thing is that the Ukrainian-Russian war has not affected our libido. People still are very libidinous. Sex is still going on. The Ukrainian-Russian war has not reduced the amount of sex we have in this country and in Africa as a whole. Do you know why? Because it is artificial. In our country, every problem is because of the Ukrainian-Russian war. Right now, Ghana is going to soon start importing water into this country because illegal mining has destroyed all our water bodies. Right now in this country, politicians are taking us for a ride, and it's all because of the Ukrainian-Russian war. Now, every liar has an alibi, and the biggest alibi right now is the Russian-Ukrainian war. Now, this guy here is building a brothel on a rail line, and he doesn't care. He has no hope that any train will run on that railway again. It's finished. Nkrumah is dead and gone. Who is going to build that railway again? Now they are thinking about sky trains, right? My brothel is not built in the sky. It's right on the ground. So how would that affect rail travel? In this country, we take the citizens for granted. We are lawless. We are not patriotic. And at the same time, we are very selfish and ignorant and arrogant. He's been told you cannot build here, but he says, I will build it. He has gone ahead to build it. He doesn't care. Whoever cares, all he cares about is his money. No wonder Ifa that says that he's going to defend Aisha Huang, not because Aisha Huang is right, not because he just likes to defend people like that, for illegal mining in this country and destroying our water body, but because of his stomach. I have to eat. My wife has to eat. My children have to eat. If Nana Akufo-Addo gives me an appointment as a minister, I will not defend Aisha Huang. Such a foolish man. My brother, my sister, can you believe this? That people in our country have reduced the country to this level. This was a captain in the army who left under mysterious circumstances that are alleged all over the place. He still carries himself as a captain retired. Ifa Date is a lawyer, and he's defending a woman everybody knows came to destroy and disrespect our country. And all he can say is that if the president gives him an appointment because he's a member of this dirty party in government, he will let Aisha Huang go and be destroyed by the laws of this country. My brother, my sister, but as long as he doesn't get that appointment, he has to eat. His wife has to eat. His children have to eat. So he will defend Aisha Huang against the nation that he says he belongs to. because of his stomach. I will not talk too much about this. That brothel is there because we lack patriotism. That brothel is there because we are lawless. That brothel is there because politicians are wantonly destroying our country and they don't care. So any other Tom, Dick, and Harry feel that they can also go ahead and demean and disrespect the heritage of this country and nothing would happen. After all, Chinese people are the majority foreigners in Ghana right now who are holding Ghana cards, according to the officials. Can you believe that? It's not Nigerians, it's not Kenyans, it's not Cameroonians or Zimbabweans, it's Chinese. Apart from Ghanaians who form the majority in this country, the next group, China, the Chinese. And a lot of the illegal mining is perpetrated by these guys. So China is coming to recolonize this country. And when we say it, some people will say we are being xenophobic. So I'll leave it here. Dash it away. Next thing I would like to look at, and this is going to be very quick, is something that is a little thorny because this is my sister I'm going to be talking about. She's called Wiyaala. Noella was the name that everybody called her. That when she started doing cultural African music, she found it better to throw away the white person's name, Noella, and pick up her heritage as an African. I am giving you a very beautiful intro and I need you to open your ears and listen. She threw away her name Noella and picked up Wiyaala. All because of Pan-Africanism, the culture. Do you get it? And her identity as an African. Wherever she goes, she looks African, sings African in her native Sisala language and some other such languages. She was so much inspired by the Beninoise queen. I'm talking about Angelique Kidjo of Womboloma fame. So when she's on stage, you see her acting like that. She might not have the same amount of energy as Angelique had in her prime, but she, in her own respect, is a beautiful artist. My brother, my sister has said something this day that needs my attention. Watch this. I don't regard Queen Elizabeth as my slave master. Wiyaala schools troll. Come. Ghanaian singer Wiyaala on September 19 joined millions of people worldwide to bid farewell to the late Queen Elizabeth, who was laid to rest at the King George VI Memorial Chapel in St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle. The post, cited by Ghana Web on Monday, read, "Rest in peace, Her Royal Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Our thoughts are with you, the royal family, UK in Ghana." Wiyaala's kind gesture didn't sit right with some Facebook users who called her out for honoring her slave master, considering the fact that the British colonized Ghana in the early 20th century. Reacting to this, a Facebook user, a real hustler family, points holes into the singer's post. His comment read, "Wishing your slave master rest in peace." Ayo. In response, the singer, who recently joined the Grammys 2022 membership class, explained that she doesn't regard herself as a slave to the British, adding that the past doesn't define her. It's very sad that my sister would be a little ignorant like this, but that's okay. Ignorance is not a curse. We all have been ignorant in so many different ways. My brother, my sister, the British colonized us. The Queen never apologized for that. She sat on the bloody throne of the colonizer. She didn't seek to apologize publicly to us. If you do not apologize, it certainly means that you are giving your consent of support to whatever happened. True? During the reign of this same queen, Kwame Nkrumah, our greatest leader, one of the greatest in Africa, was overthrown. Through her support and endorsement, she became queen in 1952. We had our independence in 1957. Am I correct? At the same time, my brother, my sister, in 1966, when Nkrumah was overthrown, it took the power of her throne, the power of America, to come together and demean our democracy and kick it out. You don't see that as enough to say that this woman still needs to have said sorry to us. Then they come back with aid that they are giving it to us after derailing our progress. Like hypocrites, they come back every time. Oh, this is British aid. This is American aid. This is this aid. This is that aid. Wiyaala says, my past does not define me. That is sad. Because the culture that you represent is something that comes from the past. Why did you drop Noella to pick up Wiyaala? It's because you want to stand with your African identity. So anything that demeans the African culture must be something that you don't necessarily support. At the same time, in the same vein, the Queen of England sat on a throne of oppression and repression, sat on a throne of bloodiness, a throne that demeaned the African culture, forced their language on us, forced their culture on us, forced their everything on us. Today, if Africans are derailed, we who were the custodians of civilization. I remember the pyramids of Egypt. I remember the shadows of Egypt. I remember the mummification of mummies in sarcophaguses. Hallelujah. 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 Sarcophaguses. I'm taking you into Egyptology. The embalmment of mummies encased in sarcophaguses. The wonderful so-called Pythagoras theorem that was stolen from us as people. In fact, the Queen of England and some other such people messed us up with that. It's good to say rest in peace, because you want to forgive even before you are apologized to. But in the same vein, we shouldn't be seen to be celebrating people who have hurt us. You are saying that the people, Ghanaians out there, the royal family, is solidarizing, and our thoughts will be with you. What kind of thoughts? Now, if we are seen to be supporting people who have been bad to us, you know what that is going to mean? It's going to be an encouragement to other people to continue to be bad to us. After all, we have a crocodile skin that does not care what happened to us in the past. After all, our past does not define us. That is nonsense. All the things that have been invented in the past, they define us. Today, you use air conditioning. You use a camera. You use microphones. They are all things made in the past. They define you. They decide your next step. So when people make empty talks like my past does not define me, then we're from the saying that experience is the best teacher. Experience is the past. You cannot have experience before you experience it. You can't have experience before it happens to you. It's no way. Even if people tell you their experiences, it's because they did it in the past. This is my sister, so I'm tackling her with kid gloves. We come from the same place. We eat the same food. We walk the same. And I think that she's a very positive person. She just slipped a little bit. Now, let me tell my sister some more. Do you know what is known as the OBE? the Order of the British Empire. It's a certain award that they give to so many different people. Watch it. This is just Wikipedia. It says, Order of the British Empire, the most excellent order of the British Empire, is a British Order of Chivalry, rewarding contributions to the arts and sciences, work with charitable and welfare organizations, and public service outside the civil service. It was established on 4th June 1917 by King George V and comprises 5 classes across both civil and military divisions, the most senior 2 of which make the recipient either a knight, like they gave to Robert Mugabe, if male, or a dame, if female. So the opposite of a knight is a dame. There is also the related British Empire Medal, whose recipients are affiliated with, I beg your pardon, but not members of the order. Some people were given this and they refused, including white people. You know why? Same Wikipedia, check it out. In 2003, the Sunday Times published a list of the people who had rejected the Order of the British Empire, including David Bowie, John Kless, Nigella Lawson, Elgar Howard, L.S. Lowry, George Melly, and blah, 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 blah. In addition, Ballard voiced his opposition to the honest system, calling it a preposterous charade. Preposterous charade. The order has attracted some criticism for its naming having connection with the idea of the now extinct British Empire. Benjamin Zephaniah is British. I've talked about him several times. He's a poet just like me. Benjamin Zephaniah, a British Jamaican poet, publicly rejected appointment as of an officer in 2003 because he asserted it reminded him of thousands of years of brutality. He also said that it reminds me of how my foremothers were raped and my forefathers brutalized. Wiyaala, the Queen hasn't given you that award yet. Maybe if they give it to you, you will jubilate and go around Fonse and all those other areas jubilating that you have a British award. I will reject it. Remember your foremothers, your forefathers, the rape. That's the empire that did that. This woman sat on the throne that represents that empire. I tell you something. You know Atai, dangerous criminal. You know Mobutu Sese Seko, dangerous criminal. Today, if you wear a t-shirt with Mobutu Sese Seko on it and it says, "Hail my hero," Mobutu Sese Seko has done his bad things. They are past, but you are reliving that foolishness. So for you to publicly go out, say our thoughts are with you, blah, 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 and saying that your past does not define you. My sister, as I said, kids gloves, kids gloves. Think about it. Do not destroy your career. I know you are married to a white British man, Englishman, but that will cut you away from the culture that you are representing. That utterance. Your marriage shouldn't be a problem, but your utterances might just be a problem. How can you be representing culture, wearing all the cultural things, representing your culture? Then you have so soon forgotten that the past is so important to us. Have you forgotten what great minds have said? A people without a knowledge of their past. So the past is important. You cannot say that the past is gone and forgotten, and for that matter, it doesn't define you. Then your father and mother sleeping together in the past to have you is nonsense. So my sister, if it was somebody else with a track record of foolishness, we would have come out stronger than this. But in the interim, let's educate ourselves better, so that when we are making such international utterances, we are careful. I have attended the Queen's birthday before, twice. When I was in Takrady, I was invited by the British High Commissioner. I attended the Queen's birthday. We all sang and danced and, drank something and went away. Yes, we wish the Queen well. She's still alive. We are hoping that by showing her love, she will remember the atrocity she gave to us and apologize to us. Somebody has done something bad to you. You don't want to attack the person and go giddy, giddy, giddy and force an apology out of the person. No, you show them kindness. But when they remain arrogant, in fact, John Benjamin even invited me. I went and performed with you, Wiyaala, on stage on the Queen's birthday. It was all in that process of, okay. The Queen sits on a throne. She might personally not be involved in some of the atrocities, but she represents a throne that was and still is. Do you get it? Do you understand it? She has not renounced it. She has not apologized. Why has it been difficult for the Queen to apologize? Do you know the number of letters black people have written? The closest they ever got to apologizing was to say that, our chiefs were also involved in it. Do you all remember that, utterance? That slavery was a bad thing. You remember the leader who came here and said this? Slavery was a very bad thing, condemnable, blah, blah, blah. So go ahead, say that we apologize for our role in slavery, in colonization. There are two different things. Hey, I can spend the whole day talking about this. It's most important to me. So Wiyaala, we wish people well. But when they are arrogant, recalcitrant, and refuse to apologize during their lifetime, we should not continue hailing them and saying that, hey, nah. Or else, the next one who would come will not see the need to apologize. Somebody will say, so what is that apology for? It's spiritual. It is to say that what this throne represented years ago, it doesn't represent it anymore. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo. In the interim, Wiyaala has some beautiful music. You can check it out. Don't let this utterance make you feel like, no. Oh, she no really be conscious. She's growing. She's a young girl. She suffered. She used to kaya, load. She used to do it. She's not hiding it. She tells people. Now she's been uplifted. It's a white man who picked her up, a British man, Englishman. Ghanaians were not interested in doing that. Even those who organized talent contest and she won, they gave her nothing. It was a British man, Englishman, who came and took her up. Married her, pushed her into the whole thing. She has been able to uplift her craft. Kudos to the man. I know him personally, John Shereen. It's good. My problem is the utterance. Don't let the butter that has been given to you by the British make you forget the atrocities. The only thing that can wipe out that is not only reparation. You know what reparation is? Not only reparation, but an in-depth emotional apology. Yes, our stupid chiefs also did that. We have cursed them. We have cursed them. They are all roasting in hell, all of them who did that. Satan is sodomizing them in hell. All of them. From Nana, Kwamina, Ansa, and the Tumfo, all those people who sold us into slavery. Satan is sodomizing them in hell, sodomizing them. Satan is sodomizing them in hell. We have denounced them, renounced them, and rejected them. They are criminals. All of them across Africa. Well, my name is Blakk Rasta. This is the Black Pot. When we return, I have more for you. In the interim, I have a quote for you. And this quote is about the British Empire. Yes, you know what it says? It says, do not let us behave like the British Empire, or else we will be the British Empire. Hey! Wayo! Yes! Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. We love you. We are live all over Africa. Everybody's watching us. We are the captains of Pan-Africanism on TV. Here we don't talk politics. What we talk about is called patriotism. Pick our numbers off the screen. Do business with us. We need you to do business with us. Give us that financial muscle so we can do more. We are not asking you for charity. We are asking you to do business with us. Pick our number off the screen. Talk to us on WhatsApp. Call us on a regular line. Send us a message. We are ready to do business with you. And everybody in Africa and beyond would watch you. We are happy to see your businesses grow. In the interim, this is the show your father loves. Is the show your children love. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunomo, where we speak truth to fire. Fire is full of power. Right? The next thing I want to look at is this. Watch it. It says what? BAWUMIA, Ghana's economic Satan. Jesus have mercy. Come along. So the Satan who is sodomizing those chiefs who sold us in slavery, BAWUMIA is one of them. Jesus. Why? Watch this. Cedi depreciation. BAWUMIA is the one creating Ghana's problems. And this is Professor Hank. Professor of Applied Economics at Johns Hopkins University, Steve Hank, has identified Vice President Dr. Mahamudu BAWUMIA as the cause of the country's economic woes. According to him, even though the vice president rode on the back of coming to solve the problems of the country, he is rather doing the opposite by creating problems. Professor Hank's comment comes on the back of the depreciation of the Ghana cedi against major trading currencies, especially the US dollar. Ghana's VP, BAWUMIA, says he's into politics to help people solve problems. Spoiler alert. BAWUMIA is the one creating the problems. Today, I measure Ghana's inflation at a stunning 81% annually. Nearly 2.5 times the official rate. He tweeted on September 20. That's today. Professor Hank, who has taken a keen interest in the economic issues of Ghana, in a separate tweet said Ghana's economy was tanking. An expression which means the economy is down and there are fears of a recession. That's the tweet. I think we know that BAWUMIA is a failed economist. In fact, if there's any Satan in this country when it comes to the economy, this is the man. And I don't know what is happening. His master, Nana Akufo-Addo, with the overbloated ego, trust him so much. This man went to school in Britain. He speaks English like the Queen's cousins, you know. And if you give him an OBE, he will take it and be happy. He's presently in England with his wife, wearing suit and looking at the corpse of Elizabeth II. They are there. Otunfo said his culture would not allow him to look at corpses. But he is there. That's okay. All the money that is spent in flying there, will be paid by us who didn't see the corpse, who were not served with British wines. We will pay for that. At the same time, he has so much trust in BAWUMIA. Some Ghanaians have started calling him Bawalaya. And they say when you go to Google and type the biggest liar in Ghana, his name comes up. Of course, that is just a matter of, manipulating one or two things and it happens. But this is my countryman. We come from the same area. So when people talk about him, I am hurt. Let alone I am talking about him myself. A fine gentleman. He's made the canker of politics eat into his very fiber. He wants to be president. Such a joker. Look at his face. I promised you, the day this man becomes president in this country, I will leave this country. I'll leave it. Until he leaves power, I will never return to this country. Because that means this country is a country of idiots who do not care how much suffering is pushed down our throats. Dash it away. When I return, we shall talk some more. The economy is hopeless. This morning, I was in traffic and my car started dancing as on to say, ish. I looked at the fuel gauge and it was red, staring at me like, when you are on the internet and there's a virus that is coming out like that. Jesus, what is this? I quickly packed and opened the bonnet and pretended that there was a fault. But the fault was that there was no fuel. If I cannot buy fuel, then I wonder how many people in this country have long been dead. When the car was dancing, fortunately for me, a very wonderful follower of this show was passing and said, "Hey, Blakk, your car get problem?" I said, yeah. He stopped by and said, make I check the car. Then I whispered into his ear and said, "Charlie, it be fuel." He looked at my face and he filled my car. Thank you. But that's it. The economy is thinking. If I am employed and I spend 90% of my salary driving on the roads, then I wonder those who commute via Trotro, Okada. Have you realized that there are not so many cars on the street now? Where is the fuel? In the morning, you see people jogging. Hey, they are not jogging for exercise, so they are jogging to work. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Jesus is Lord. When we return, hey! Wayo!
My name is Waris, but all of you know me as Comedian Waris. I come from a home where cleanliness is not only next to godliness, but a must. We seldom fell ill and we saved our doctor this headache. At an early age, my mother introduced us to our best gift ever, PJ's Acid Cleaner. PJ's Acid Cleaner kills 99% of all germs and keeps your WCs, marbles, tiles, and concrete floors sparkling new and clean. In fact, you don't need any extra muscle when it comes to PJ's acid cleaner. It has all the muscle. When my fiancée, Mamiya, first visited me, I almost lost her. She didn't believe I was single, lived alone, and without a house help. Yet my house had this great fragrance and was always clean. I had to reveal my secret, PJ's acid cleaner, my family's greatest gift.
For bulk purchases, please call 0244 624 526 or 0262 233 243.
My sister Paulina and a day after.
You can't seminar. You better free. Abus chapter.
Hey, babe! Sister Paulina, we're reading glasses here, China, Hebrews.
Hey! Madam!
Tina Tet Hayan Herbal Capsule, a drawing Tina, but what to send me? Me ready, I mention glasses. Brody Bessie, see clear.
Hey, no crow. Tina-Tet Hayan Herbal Capsules, a full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A drawing who baby at for Tina-Tet Herbal Shop. Hey, now wait. Tina-Tet Hayan, see clear.
Luxury home, it's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wave caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing, massages. We do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. Nail training here, we do braids training, we do wave caps installation, we do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any nail tech. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
First of all, is a Jamaican. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I was born in a little parish, a beautiful little parish called Clarendon, outside of Kingston. Everybody knows Kingston, but Clarendon is where I come from. I am a singer, I am an author, I am a songwriter, I am a poetess, and I am an actress. right? I do the whole, I've been doing it for many years. And so basically that's who I am. I'm anything art, everything art, that's me. You think art and you think Diana. Yeah. I do reggae music, I do inspirational music, I do cultural music, I do gospel, if you call it gospel. You know, I just do uplifting, clean music. Even the 12-year-old can listen to it. You know, or the adult, if you feel like it needs some motivation or so. The kind of music I do will really, you know, motivate you, and that's basically what I do, reggae predominantly. Even though them say you can't. Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually, you know, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica, there's that little stigma that has always been going on that, you know, most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so you're crippled, you know. You don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work with you so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narratives that if a man is poor, he can't take care and that is not good. It's not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they are good and upright men. You know, they just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, you know, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money. Nice little ranch down a orchard. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, Luchi and movie in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when a Sunday. Bed of Roses is available to the public on our platform called 16 Bars Multimedia. So on the website it will be the 16BARS M as in Mary.com. So that is 16barsmm.com. Definitely. I'm available for live performances any day of the week. So you can contact me on, first of all, you can reach out to me on my Instagram as Empress Diana, and my Diana has 2 N's. So that's Empress, which is DIANNA. So that's Empress Diana, that's my IG. And also you can also, you know, send me a link or something on our YouTube. Our YouTube is the same name of our website, 16 Bars Multimedia. We have lots of work there. You can reach us there, and also you can reach us at 16barsmm@outlook.com. So that is 16. This time it's the word all spelled out. 16barsmm@outlook.com. And if you choose, when you go on our website, which is the same 16barsmm.com, you can go to the contact page and send us a message. You understand? And usually we respond within a couple of hours. All right. So that's basically it. And I'm sure at the end of this, you will have a number somewhere to contact us. All right. So that's it. That's what I do. And you know, keep the music locked. Yes, I bless. Nice little ranch down a orchard. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, Luchi and movie in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when a Sunday.
Sorry. Oh, Doc. Yes, and you walk, Doc. I want to know your thing. When that's why she I've said, do I need to tell you, ma? No, see the young kukru. So, your stomach was out, said the young. Had been so as I become. And then crying, meaning said, if you are forcing it, you know, I don't know.
Test results naturally say when you malaria when the moji.
Yeah, 3D.
Yes, malaria. Nani yem no so we no here. Tinatet tomac and a tinatet malake. Famano nano ho betono.
Malake, anything at Tumac. I'm on my free.
Tinatet Malake, Eyama Ubia Wenya malaria fever, and a Tinatet Tomac mixture, Eyama Ubia Wenya indigestion. Yen Shishemomus Wenya malaria and San Wafa Edri. Not recommended for children below 12 years. Pregnant or lactating mothers should consult a doctor.
Skip a charge. Blackpot.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk RASTA. Next thing I want to look at says what? Watch it. And I have just a couple of minutes more to go. I'm going to look at this quickly. Uganda can't pay salaries. Who is the president of Uganda? Another hopeless old man who doesn't want to leave young people with fresh energy to come and deal with the economy. That's him. Dirty dictator. Museveni is not a leader. That's him. Check out my song called Museveni. Bloody Museveni. Featuring Bobby Wine. Check it out on the internet. This is the man. He doesn't want to leave power. He wants to be there for life. They are not able to pay salaries in Uganda. And that's it. Uganda's finance minister, that's him. He can't even show his face properly because he doesn't want you to recognize him outside what he has covering his face. And then you see him in traffic and ask him, hey, what's up? Civil servants this September will not be paid in Uganda. Oh, Uganda. Watch this. The government dispersed funds to districts in August to cater to the wage bill of its employees for the first quarter of the financial year. It has now come to light that the funds are simply not enough to pay all categories of its workers. The shortfalls are being blamed on the finance ministry that stands accused of failure to take into consideration the enhancements of salaries of government employees in the science category. At least some people will get it. A big chunk of the people won't get it. Those who won't get it, I sympathize with you. It's the same thing in Ghana. Politicians never have their salaries delaying. Have you heard that an MP's salary has delayed? Minister of Chokwekwe or Choko, his salary has delayed? No. The president's salary never delays. He even wanted salary for his wife, Ghana president. He wanted money, salary for his vice president's wife. Yet, NAPCO workers, young students who just came out of school and are employed, they have not been paid for 7 months. There are companies who have not been paid. Government institutions, no salary. Yet the politicians' salaries never delay. And interestingly, in Ghana, police and soldier, their salaries never delay, let alone be in arrears. Because they have zombie, zombie no go run unless you tell them to run. Fireburn them. Dash it away. I'm going. Last thing I want to look at before I go. Is that the last one? Last one says, Akufo-Addo Cathedral falls again. Like the Babel Tower, boom, to the ground. That's the cathedral. They drew it nicely and paid so much money to a Ghanaian, British, Tanzanian, German citizen. They brought pipes and things. Today, it has become a galamsey site. That is it. The president was going to build a cathedral at a time we're all dying. Such a useless, hopeless president. Look at it. Cathedral project halted to allow rethink of funding model. They are now going to think, oh, how can we make the money? How do you start destroying a building before you start thinking, oh, how am I going to raise money? Only in Ghana. The Ghana National Cathedral project was halted early this year with the Secretariat admitting months back that it was not as a result of funding challenges. But now, they are saying that it's funding challenges. They are going to the IMF. Hallelujah. Any which way. My name is Blakk RASTA. I want to leave it here. Catch you again another time. Until such time when I have a cup again. Hey! Wayo!